Yeah. What's the deal, man? It's drop. Big blunts and boxing. You know what the fuck going on, man? I had to bring y'all a video, right? Because we did the predictions. And I don't want y'all to be out here thinking like, yeah, oh, he went 2 for 6 on his predictions. He didn't make no bread. He didn't get no money. Oh, I definitely got paid on a 5 versus 5 um, fight card. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna waste too much time. I got this background music playing. I ain't trying to get on nobody's nerves. I ain't trying to disturb nobody's peace or nothing like that. So I'm gonna just give it to y'all quick, man. First rundown. My original deposit into my book was like $118.60 or something like that, right? Then my plan was to bet with like 150, but you know I wanted to see. I knew the cards. I knew the fights was gonna be competitive. I knew shit was gonna be close. So I didn't want to, you know what I mean, go all out. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna show you what we did. First fight, as you know, Hamza Shiraz knockout TKO plus 125. Put a 20 on there, of course, because if I didn't already say, I think I did. I'm smoking, my fault. My deposit was like 118. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just bet a little. I'm gonna bet a little dub. You know what I mean? As you know, the fight was carrying on. I think I caught this line shortly before, like, god damn, I ain't want to cough in y'all motherfucking air and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Keep it respectful as best we can. But, yeah, I didn't want to. Oh yeah. The line, as the fight was going on and it looked like it was going the distance, they edged they made the knockout plus money, right? So of course, as we saw Ammo taking the beating that he was taking, eyes swelling up, went ahead and dropped the bet. Of course, people gonna say, yeah, you should have went hard, you should have crazy. Listen, profit is profit, baby. You heard? Dropped the 20, paid 45 at plus 125. We took it. So at that point, now now we alright, but we like that's not enough. And I remember tweeting. I tweeted out that evening, man. I'm like, fuck, cause I had the parlay out there. I had the round robin, so I wasn't really trying to make too many live bets. I wanted to see the status of my parlay, and once I got the first few fights off, Willie Hutchinson beating Craig Richards, I got that off. They gave Nick Ball the decision over Raymond Ford. I'm like, shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to make too many more live plays, right? Cause I don't know how this shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck to expect. So anyway, Bivol fight came on, and originally I was leaning stoppage for Bivol fight off the rip. The bookies was leaning stoppage off the rip. I watched Malik Zinar's last fight with the Pompilion. I don't know how the fuck you say dude's name, but I saw, he kept his fucking hands down. He had a nice jab, nice lead hand, but he defensively irresponsible. And I figured, it made sense for Bivol to get a knockout here. Going into the Beterbiev fight, he ain't had a knockout in a long time. People gonna want to see if he can do anything. It's that stigma that follow you, like, oh yeah, he ain't got no knockouts, he ain't did nothing to nobody in a minute. So I was already on leaning on that. Shout out to the homie Chill Town Boxing. Chill, what's the deal? Appreciate you for always keeping it real. Hey, I know he was leaning heavy on the decision. I didn't challenge him on it, you know what I'm saying? But when he hit me about it, I'm like, I ain't want to tell him how I felt about it, so I kind of left it alone, you know what I mean? But in my head, I'm thinking, I value Chill, somebody I value his word, I value what he say, I value what he talk, you know what I'm saying? Because he do this shit. When it come to this shit, like, he bet this boxing shit for a living. He do this shit, at least I think, you know what I'm saying, like, for a living. But I value what he say. He know I was looking for a big play to try to flip. His play was the decision. Thank God I didn't take it. But my main goal was to flip my $100 in the last 3 fights. So I said, fuck it. Bet the 95. At this point, we already had a little bit extra. So I'm like, fuck it, bet 95 on on an under 9.5. Which I was a little nervous, Bivol started off great. He looked good. he was catching Malik, dropped Malik, but then Malik started touching Bivol a little bit. So I'm like, fuck. But then I tweeted out, if you don't follow me on Twitter, man, you gotta follow me on Twitter, because you know what I'm saying. These predictions is something new. I'm gonna start putting these out. I'm gonna start dropping these. But Twitter, you know, while the fights is live, while the fights is going on, I'm talking about them. I'm saying something about them. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Follow me on Twitter. Excuse me. I said, I put on Twitter, I said, man, he's gonna stop this dude in less than 10 rounds. I bet the 95 on it. Immediately, bingo, minus 110. All right, cool. We make 185, so we damn near double that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bingo, smooth. If y'all watch the prediction video, I had Daniel Dubois beating Hrgovic. I said it, you know, weeks before the fights took place. I said Zhang is the only name really on Hrgovic resume, and people really don't even feel like he won that shit. It was almost certain somebody was getting knocked out, but I couldn't. Although I had Daniel money line on the other parlay, the round robins and shit like that, I didn't want to pull the trigger. You know, that last minute feeling you get, like, you know, Hrgovic been talking all that shit. He gonna smash him. He may very well smash him. So I'm like, fuck, I ain't gonna fuck with it. I just took it no distance. 180, paid 240. I knew somebody was getting knocked out, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll take this little $60, right? So what? We had $90-some plus 60. And then the last fight, if y'all watched the prediction video, like I told y'all, I was picking Zhang because Wilder didn't have nothing to him. He didn't have nothing to him, man. I'm like, it's just no way, man. And just the suspense of waiting on the dude to land one punch. You can't go into a fight with a silver Olympian, a dude who's been in there with elite level heavyweights since the amateurs, and only be waiting on the right hand. This man gonna plan around your right hand, bro. He's gonna be expecting your right hand. He knows that's your best weapon. And I just can't expect a motherfucker like that with that kind of pedigree to come in there slipping. So yeah, I probably should have bet the whole 240, but again, you get that fight day itch. You get that shit like, what the fuck? You don't know what he might land it, he might not. You know what I'm saying? So you go with the safe play. And you go with the safe wager. You gamble responsibly. You make responsible decisions. You make solid bets. You take your profits, man, and you run. If you ain't pressed for no bread, you don't do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying, in my opinion. So with that said, I'm the type of nigga that's like, if I got like these weird ass amounts in my accounts, I'm gonna bet them shit so my shit balance out and look decent, right? So wager 41.36, paid 82.72. I had no complaints. I went the fuck to sleep happy. You know what I'm saying? I went the fuck to sleep happy. So at the end of the day, you know, it's all about how you do it. Some people bet boxing for a living. Some people bet sports for a living. Some people bet just for the fun of it. Me personally, I make bets because I want to be right. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of motherfucker, I just want to be right. I want to test my knowledge. I want to see if I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about, if I know what I'm looking at, etc. You know, I get happy, I get excited when I'm judging fights. I'm scoring fights on my phone. I'm watching a fight live. I'm scoring it, and then they read the cards, and my shit come out identical to a judge. It made me feel good. It's like, all right, so I wasn't tripping. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this what it is. Had this dumbass round robin here. Shout out my Vato. He ain't get back to me, man, so we could go big on that shit. We was supposed to go big on it, but he ain't hit me back. I'm like, Vato, what do I do, man? I don't fuck with UFC. I don't fuck with MMA. I'm glad I did, man, because Morono, he fucking lost that shit. But all the other ones was right. So, my Vato, man, he real solid with the MMA picks, man. Hopefully we'll have some MMA content coming to y'all soon, man. He's sturdy, man. My Vato is sturdy. He know what the fuck he talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out my Vato, man. Shout out Chill. Shout out all the homies we fuck with that really do this boxing shit. Danny, Buddha, Kingin. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers, man. A lot of reputable, strong, knowledgeable, betting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, you know, fight day. If you got live betting, as you see right here, it says live betting. See right here, live betting. If you got live betting, man, that's the way to go. Watch the fight a little bit. This one I placed right before the fight came on. But watch the fights a little bit. Place your bets, make your wages, make your bread, and then go about your business, man. You know what I'm saying? You could bet live. You don't gotta kill yourself on these parlays, dude. You know what I'm saying? You could take that. You could do like I did with the Hamza fight and bet a 20. Now you made $25. You know what I mean? So many of y'all take y'all 5s, 10s, 15. You know what I mean? And do all this parlay bullshit. Then all the shit fail. You lose so much bread. All that shit add up. Just chill. Just watch the fights. Sometimes it helps if you got if you buy the pay-per-view and you watching it live, because you have less of a delay, or when they lock the odds up. But like me, I didn't buy the pay-per-view for the 5v5. Crucify me if you want to, however you want to. I don't give a fuck personally. But I was on the link. I had a delay. I was still making money off the delay. So it's beneficial at times. At times it isn't. You know what I'm saying? At times it don't matter. I'm not gonna say it isn't. But yeah, it is what it is, man. We did make money on a 5v5. I think the total profit comes out to, let's see what we made, baby. Let's add it up for y'all real quick. Alright, X plus CC plus 90, and yes, we made about 185, close to $200, man, with $100 bill. You feel me? All live, 3 fights. It was 6 fights total on the card. Only took 3 fights, so it's definitely a way to play this shit. Definitely a way to pay that shit. You just gotta do it, man. Just gotta do it. The picks, the predictions we did get right were, of course, Daniel Dubois and Zhang. If you watched the Nick Ball and Ray Ford video, my biggest thing was the distance. You know what I'm saying? I had Ray Ford by decision, I believe. So, juggle. I'm not here to give y'all the answers. I'm just here to share my opinion, right? You go with what you thinking with. If you can say, man, you might have said, man, I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust Ray Ford. Nick Ball coming off his last, you know what I mean? He almost was a world champion, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just go with the distance, or I'm going to take the over. That's what that type of shit is there for. So, clearly, if I pick somebody by decision, clearly that means I'm leaning for the fight to go the distance, which is a totally separate wager you could play. Or clearly that means that I'm picking for the fight to go over the set amount of rounds, which is a play you can make. So again, man, the prediction videos is just there for you to keep certain shit in your mind. I had Ammo and Hamza, possibly being a draw. Again, that's another one. I think the over almost hit on that. I think the over was 10.5. So it didn't quite get there. But some of y'all got books where y'all can adjust the over-unders, or y'all get different options of over-unders. Y'all get 7.5, y'all get 8.5, y'all get 9.5. You know what I'm saying? So depending on your book, that could have been a play. If you think, if you took the information where I said, I think it'll be a draw, then that lets you know I think this fight might carry on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Possibly go the distance. I did, I wanted to believe that Ammo was strong enough and conditioned enough to make it to the end, which it seemed like he was. But like I said on Twitter, man, a few days, if not a week or so prior to the fight actually happening, I said, and maybe in the prediction video too, I got to go back and watch it, but I couldn't stress how in the fuck was Emma gonna get past that jab in the right hand, right? But then I think like a day or two before the fight, I saw that Hamza hadn't fought a southpaw in a really long time, and it's been a while since he had real rounds. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I'm thinking, it's a possibility if Ammo come correct how I'm thinking he should and he would, or all that freaky ass weird shit he was doing, that this shit could possibly be very competitive. And that, the first few rounds it was, man. Ammo caught him with some hot shit. Like, I thought it was a chance Ammo could have really knocked dude out. You know what I'm saying? At the very beginning, early on in the fight, but it went how it went. It is what it is. Again, that's a fight. When fights got big momentum swings and shit like that, you can manipulate your plays. You know what I'm saying? You can make certain wagers, cash them out, and still profit, and do all kinds of type of freaky shit. You know what I mean? So with all that said, man, we did make bread. We hit him in the head. We doubled up. We did a little better than double, almost. You know what I mean? What was it? Almost tripled the bread. And yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say almost triple, cause shit, we spent 100, almost made 200. It is what it is, bro. We hit him in the head, bro. We hit him in. I ain't no goddamn math wizard, clearly. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Money can't be made out there, and you know, just take the prediction videos for what it was. Like, look, this right here, I felt in my heart, right? This was a cash out. Look, as you see right here, cash out. I felt in my heart something was a little off, man. This was a live bet with Ray plus 270, and when I saw that bitch go back up past 50, I took it. I took it right back. I took it right back. Plus a little $6. I took it. I felt like something was up. You know what I'm saying? For him to be plus 270 live was just a little crazy to me. The tide started to shift a little bit towards the back half of the fight in Ray's favor, but still, it was just too close for me to let that ride, right? So I took that shit back, and yeah, man, we made some money that day, man. So yeah, fuck with me. I'll be dropping my predictions for this upcoming fight week. We got top ranked Xander Zayas versus Patrick Texiera. I believe that's how you say his name. We got Shushu Carrington on the card. We got Tiger Johnson on the card. I look forward to giving y'all my opinions and letting y'all know what I think, so we can hopefully get some bread, put some money in the bank. Alright? I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all watching this shit. Take it easy. Salute.